It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Buffalo Beauts NWHL player Taylor Accursi. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional hockey?
Yeah, so actually, watching my sister play in the league, I got to go to a lot of games and things of that such. It's such a great atmosphere, especially for women's sports at a professional level. But it wasn't until my university played against the Beauts in an exhibition game where I had talked to the general manager, Nate, and the coaches, and they had offered me to come out to the Beauts for the following season because I was a senior at that point, and they saw some things that they liked. So it wasn't until then actually that I really thought about playing professionally.
What was your time in college playing with the Brook Badgers?
Yeah, so I played in the CIS, so the Canadian University League. I had a blast. I had some great teammates that helped me along the way for the past 4 years. We kind of stuck together. We weren't the greatest team, didn't do that well, to be honest, but definitely builds character and resiliency, and I think that carries through.
What were some of your accomplishments during college?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm big into the academics. I'm still in school, even though I graduated. So, Dean's honor list, things like that, getting above average. But if we want to talk hockey, honestly, penalty kill, things of that nature, and just bringing a positive and fun attitude to the environment. I feel like a lot of kids are stressed a lot, school, work, hockey. So just being able to be that teammate for people.
What was it like for you getting drafted and signed in 2020 with the Buffalo Beauts?
Yeah, it was totally surreal. I think my parents were probably a little bit more pumped than I was for them to be able to see us in the same spot for once and not being at different arenas like our entire lives. But no, it was definitely an awesome opportunity, and I'm super thankful for it. And again, being able to play with my sisters definitely was something sweet too.
Can you talk about, of course, playing with your sister and making history of being on the same team?
Yeah, so this season was a little bit different. We took a different approach. We had like a 2.5 week tournament up in Lake Placid. And unfortunately, Taylor wasn't able to make it due to her frontline obligations. So we've only been able to practice together, a couple little scrimmages on the same team. But I'm looking forward to next season to actually be able to get out there together in a game.
Of course, next season, whenever you both of y'all are on the ice, what do y'all look forward to accomplishing both as twins and sisters?
I know Taylor's sitting on the all-time points leader for Buffalo. She's 1 point off of some big leaderboard thing. So I think it would be really cool to maybe get the assist on that goal. So I mean that will be our first step out there.
What is a typical game day like for Buffalo Beauts for you?
For me, like I said, we played out in Lake Placid. That was the only time that I've been around the locker room and the pregame stuff, the Buttes. Everybody has their own game day regime, if you may. A couple of us like to play sewer with the soccer ball, get us into the game a little bit, a little competition. But yeah, I'm all about the fun. So
Do you have any game day rituals that you do for every game?
I kind of listen to the same rotation of songs if I'm playing well. So I'm superstitious like that, and I always tie my left skate before my right.
What was it like the first time you put on the Buffalo Beauts uniform?
Well, personally, I love the blue color. So that was a nice touch. All like my colors that I've ever played for were like a dark blue, red, orange, dark blue. So the baby blue was definitely a sweet touch, and to just be able to put the last name on the jersey and being able to have H Accursi and then make my sister have the T Accursi, that's kind of humorous as well.
Can you talk about, of course, playing in Lake Placid and what that was like?
It was definitely an awesome opportunity. Not the ending we would have liked, but that was out of our hands. But for me, the Miracle on Ice movie is one of my all-time favorites. So for me to actually play my first professional game in that building was definitely a moment that I'll never forget. And yeah, I don't think any other story beats that, if you ask me.
While at Lake Placid and preparing for the game, what was going through your head knowing that you were there and you watched the Miracle on Ice?
Yeah, it kind of put a little fire under my feet for sure. After every shift, you look up and you just see all the names of those guys on banners around the arena, and it was just a whole different mind game where you're like, okay, let's do this. So it definitely added more fuel to the fire, more motivation.
What are some of your accomplishments on and off the ice with the Buffalo Beauts?
Yeah, so for the Buttes, going in as a rookie, I was a little bit nervous. I didn't really know what type of role I was going to play, and that's just what happens when you're a rookie in a professional season. You come in, and where coach tells you to be, you do it. So being able to be on the top penalty kill was definitely something that I was definitely happy to play that role. Um, so especially like I said, a professional level, you're coming out of university, you're not really too sure about the league. You've watched it, but to actually play in it and to be able to be on a special team like that um, was an opportunity that I was really excited about.
Who are some of the players that you looked up to playing against?
Yeah, so obviously, like I said, I was able to watch the league a little bit because of my sister. And with that, you get to see different players. So, there's always like Dempsey, Boston, you were like, oh my goodness. Rebecca Russo for the Ribs, she's pretty good. But it's really not until you get to face them on the ice where you're like, oh my goodness, like they're good was a whole new great to me. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
What do you plan on accomplishing in this upcoming year?
I would like to get my first professional goal. um, and without it all being about points stuff, obviously, yeah, I want to get my first point, my first goal. Definitely win the Isabel Cup. I think me and my sister would throw a pretty nice party for that. But just being able to get a full season into having healthy teammates and all that.
Of course, moving into this year with COVID being a factor, what are some of the challenges you face now and what do you plan to prepare for?
Well, for me, being Canadian, especially playing for an American team, cross-border travel can be a little bit difficult. Luckily, though, I am an essential worker as well. I've had my first shot of vaccine. I get my second one in July, so I hope that keeps me healthy, able to cross the border and get ready for this season to start.
What advice would you give upcoming future professional hockey players and women that are looking to play professional hockey?
Just work hard, do what you can, reach out. Don't ever be afraid to contact general managers, coaches, anything like that. Because if you don't, this league's a little bit different, a little bit difficult in the sense that It's not too many people know much about it, but just work hard and contact people, like you might come out for a skate and that's all you need. That's the opportunity you need to get on a team. So yeah.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at Hunter Accursi. That's my name is my user, and I'm also on Twitter at Accursi71 as well.
Thank you again, Hunter Accursi, for your interview, and best of luck in this upcoming season alongside your sister.
Thanks so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Hunter Accursi, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thanks.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.